site traffic by getting your business in front of people who are actively searching Google for.
Hi guys, my name is Johnson Akins
Okay.
from
Everywhere is
Fintech
looking clean
Computer
now.
Institute, a place where
Okay,
we
that's
build
also good.
computer gurus. Today we are going to be building a login form with placeholder animation. A login form with placeholder animation. I have the form opened on my screen here. I have the login, that is the title, then the username as a placeholder text, the password as well as a placeholder text, and I have the login button. If I should go ahead to click on the login button, it will prompt the user to input username, which is an error message. It will likewise prompt the user to input password, which is an error message. If you notice that the placeholder text is being moved to the top and a line actually run from the left hand side to the right side of the field. And the same thing applies. If I should go ahead and click on this, you will see the same thing, that the line runs across and also the placeholder text for password is being moved to the top. Immediately I click out from one of the fields, it will reverse back to default. You can see that even though I click outside, you will see the line going back to default, and the username text, which is for the placeholder, return back to where it was before. The same thing applies to this. You can see that, and if I should go ahead to input my name, Johnson, you will see that the text that is at the top here disappears, and if I should go to click on the login button, the error message is gone. And if I should go ahead and do it here, let me put my password before. The same thing applies to this. Immediately I click again, the error message, and if I should go ahead to input my we are going to be building this login form with placeholder animation. You see that the text that is at the top here disappears. Let's dive in. To click on the login button, my project error message is gone. Title. If I should go ahead and login form with, let me put my animation. So inside applies to this. Immediately I click it, I have these three files here. Again, the error CSS file to so we are going to be building this login. I'll go straight to my placeholder file. You see that the text starts at the top here. I will give it a title. Login. Click on the login button. My error message is so inside here. Now go ahead and login create a div with a class name of overall. So inside applies to this. Immediately I click it, I have these three files inside my error CSS file. So we are going to be building this login. I'll go straight to my form container like this. Now inside you see that I will give it a title login class on the login button. My error message is so inside here. Let's go ahead and login container, title container. So inside the title container, I'm going to create to a div with a class name of overall. So inside applies to this. When I click it, I have these three files inside my with a name called login form. Go live to see. I'll open the error CSS file. So we are going to be building John login. I'll go straight to my. You can be seeing what we are doing as before. Like this login form. Now inside this place, after creating my title container, the next thing I want to do here is I want to find that I will give it a title login class on the login button. Error message is field
Okay,
container.
it
So I'm
should come out
creating
this
another
month,
div
right?
with a class of field inside here. Now go ahead and log in container like this. Title inside my field container, I will be creating inside a form tag. The form tag, I'm not needing this, we're not using this. The title one, I'm going to create page. Create to a div with a class name form. So after that, inside my form tag, I will create an input tag with a type of text and also with a
So,
placeholder user name, a placeholder with user name like this. Fine. So underneath the input tag, I'm going to create another div with a title of username transition line. So the name of the class will be username transition line. Username transition line. So underneath the div titled username transition line will be empty. There won't be anything there. Then I'm going to create a p tag, which is paragraph tag, and with an ID of
that's what I'm saying.
username error. This will be responsible for the error message for username. So now that I am done with the username field, I want to create the password field.
Okay.
So to create the password field, I will go ahead and create my input, a div of password. So just after like this, that inside my form tag, I will give it a placeholder. The placeholder name will be password. Create an input tag with a type of just like text, and then also I'm going to give it an placeholder password as well. Password user. Now after this has been done, a placeholder, I'm going to create a div like this with a class name of password transition line. Password, fine. So underneath the input tag line, I'm going to create another div with a title of underneath the div which I just username, I will create transition paragraph tag. So with an ID of password error. Password. So the name of the class will be username. This will be responsible for the error message or password line. So username finally line. I will be creating underneath the tag, which is this. Inside the title username transition line login web there. So that is the login button. So now that I am done with there won't be anything there. HTML. Then I'm going to create. I want to do the styling, but before I can with an ID, I have to link the CSS file username, the HTML tag. So to do that, I will come immediately after my closing title tag, and I will put my link error inside the link. Will be responsible for the error message. Then I will put the name of the CSS file, which is login form with placeholder animation for username. So now that I have done with the text username field, I have linked I want to create the HTML password. I want to link my script to create the password field. My script. I will go ahead, which is to create the password field. I will go ahead and create my input a login. So just after that, inside my form tag, I will give it. So now I have linked my script file to my HTML. Likewise, I have linked a placeholder CSS file. The placeholder name will be The next thing is
password.
to start the styling. Create an input
The
tag.
first thing I would like to
with
do
a
is
type
store the
of
just like
set.
this. That's the first thing. So I will set my margin to a 0px, and then
Also,
I'm going to
padding
give it an
and
ID
placeholder
of
swing
as
as
well. Box sizing to border box. Then I will give it a font family of Lucida. Now, after this has been done, after this, I'm going to go to my HTML to grab with a class name overall password one here, overall wrapper, and style it. So I will paste what I have copied. Then I will come password. I will give it a width underneath the 100 input tag for line. I'm going to create. Then I will give it height of 100, another div with a abbreviation of underneath the div which I just username. I will give it a display of flex with an ID that is of one of the display type. Then I will justify the content to center. I will align the item toward error. Now the next thing now is name of the class will be username, and this will be responsible for my HTML, which is this. I'll just copy this. And I'll come here, the error message to start styling password line. So username finally line. Now I'll be creating container underneath the 400px, which is this. Then I will inside the button username function shadow web there. A box shadow, so that is the login button. So now that I am done with there won't be anything there. HTML 5px. Then I'm going to create. I want to do the paragraph shade of gray using 888. Then can give it with an ID. I have to leave the CSS 10px. CSS. Then I want to give it overflow tag. So to do that, I will come. Yes. So the next thing I want to do after my, I want to grab my title container from the HTML. Using title tag, go back to my CSS. Put my link error here. Inside the link, be responsible for the error message. Then I will give it a width of 100. Put the name of the CSS file, which is background color of blue. Background color of blue, which is base form with 000 animation for username. So now that I have done with the text, H2, which is this. So I will go back to my CSS username field. I have named I want H2. Then I will give it a color to CSS file HTML. Password I want to link. Then I will make the text to come to the center. Text align. My script to create a password field. My script. And I will give it a padding of 20px. Which is to create the password 20 applies to the top and the bottom. The 0 applies to the left. I will go ahead and create an input source. So grab another class which is that inside my font tab. So I will go back to my CSS. How much was?
Then I will paste this. Then I will give it a width of 100%.
600.
Padding of 30px is fine. The margin top, as margin to the top, I will give it 10px.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, hero, okay.
Yes, now I have that. So the next thing I want to target is my
600
input, which is this. That is the field.
You want me to send this in bank?
I want to target the field.
So
I will put field container then
Mo ló
input,
máa short o.
then I'll give it a width of 100%, height
But ìwọ mọ̀
of
ṣá, do you know that?
60 px, that is 60 pixel. Then I will remove the border,
Kò lè wọ
the
600.
border to be
Tẹ̀lé wọ 600
none.
mọ́.
Then I will give it a border bottom,
Kò lè wọ 600.
border bottom. And the border bottom, I will give it 1px solid, and it's going to be blue as well. 000FFF, that is for blue.
Okay.
Then the font size, I will change it to 16px, 16 pixel. So now I have linked my script. I will remove the outline. Now what do I mean by the outline? As you click now, you can see there's still a black line, and that is the outline. So I'm going to remove the outline. Outline. I'm going to remove the outline, and the outline will be none. So if I go ahead to click now, the outline is done. So the next thing I want to do is I want to grab this class name, which is the username transition line. I will go back to my CSS and I will style this, which is now I want to combine the copy data. I have two of that, which is a password error message. To start styling password line, I want to style them together by using comma on the first one before putting the second one. So I will give these a width of finally line. Now I will be creating underneath, give it height of 2px is fine. Height of 2px is fine. Then I will give it a background color of that same blue, background color of the blue that we are using. Then I will give it a transition of 1 second. Now, if you take a look at the sample we are working with, which is this one, you will see this is the line. This is the line we are creating. You can see that this blue line, and that is what we have here now. I'm going to remove the 100 and I will leave it on a 0%. That means it will not show at all. I will go to my next line and I will type input focus like this plus next sibling, that is under CSS combinator, next sibling, that is the plus sign, dot the first one, which is this. Then I will put width of 100% like this. So if I should go down to click, it will run from the left to the right, and that is what we have here. That is what we have here. So back to this. So I will do the same thing to the other one, which is input, then focus like this. My next sibling combinator. So this will be password transition line. Then here I will set the width to be 100%, just like this. So I should have this working now. So that is how to create the line that runs across. The next thing I want to do is I want to style my button. To style the button, so I will just come here. This is the button. So I will go ahead to style the button by coming here. The button is inside the field container as well. So I'll just go ahead and do that. Button, I will give it a width of 100%, a height of 50 px. Then I will give it a border of none. Then I will give it a background color of blue using my hexadecimal.
Yes. I will give the text a color of white class
After
form, which is
that,
inside
password,
my
I will give it a
table
tag
size
name.
to 18px. So I will go back to my 18px CSS, and I will give it a cursor, and I will paste this, then I will give it a